Hello, welcome to my YouTube. I am Alma Clothing. In this video, we are going to be making a smoky dress. Yes, this smoky dress on your screen, the one you are seeing right now, but not this sleeve. We are making this sleeve and with this fabric. This video is beginner friendly. It's going to teach you how to take your measurements and how to cut this smoky gown perfectly. Please subscribe to this channel. Let's go. Okay, this is the fabric we are using for the gown, for the smoky dress. We are going to start with our measurements. I have gown length 30, bust 34, waist 28, hip 36. So let's start with it. First of all, you divide your fabric into two, just as seen. The fabric must be divided into two. And remember, the gown length is 30, but this is a smoky gown. It's gonna stretch. The length will not be exactly what you measure, so you have to add to it. You have to add to the length, you have to add to the bust and the waist, everything. So the gown length is 30 because it's a short gown, so I'm going to make it 35. Yeah, I'm going to make it 35. You see me chalking 35 there now. So this is an off shoulder gown. You have to off. My measurement is from my shoulder, so I'm going to take off 5 inches from the top. Camera is not getting to the 5 inch, but just notice here that I got 5 inch off from the top before I start measuring from the shoulder. So this is the bust area I'm measuring. I've taken off the 5 inch. So we have gotten our waists. Shoulder to waist I got 16. So shoulder to hip I got 24. My hip is 36, so I do get 24 for my hip. If your hip is like 40, you can get 25 for it, but I get 24. So we want to divide the measurement. My hip is 40, my hip is 36, so I'm dividing my hip by 4. That's giving me 9 plus 9 is 18 plus 18 is 36. My waist is 28, I'm dividing it by 4. That is giving me 7 plus 7 14 plus 14 is 28. My bust is 34. Okay, let's zoom in. My bust is 34. I'm dividing by 4. That is giving me 8.5, or you call it 8.5. 8.5. That is giving me 8 plus 8 is 16, 32. Then the half of that is 1. That's giving me the correct answer. That is 34. So I'm dividing my hip by 4. That is 9 plus 5. I'm adding 5 because it's a smoking dress. I'm adding 5 because it's a smoking dress. This is not your regular dress that you add 1.5 sewing allowance or 2 inch sewing allowance. We are adding 5 inch sewing allowance. So I've gotten my waist 7. That is chalk. I chalked it plus 5. The same thing. I've connected it to my hip. Then the bust 8.5. Sorry, my camera is not getting to that place. Plus 5. Make sure it's 5 because the smoking thread is going to drag it. So you have to add enough sewing allowance. Then how do I get my hip, my knee? This gown is stopping at my knee. My hip is 36. 36 minus 4. To get a perfect knee measurement, you have to minus 4 from your hip. If you want to be very tight, you have to measure 5, but 4 seems okay. 4 is very okay. So my hip 36 minus 4, I'm getting 32. So you divide your 32 into 4. That's 8. That's me chalking my 8 plus the 5 inch sewing allowance. You add that 5 inch throughout. You see the hip is already shaped, the knee is already shaped. I've connected my bust to my waist, to my hip, down to my knee. I remove 4 from my hip to get my knee. If you want the knee to be fitted, you have to minus to get your knee. So my shoulder is 16. This time around, we are dividing our shoulder into 2, not 4. You don't divide shoulder by 4. You divide it by 2. Hope you understand what I'm doing. So I'm adding a little allowance because this is a smoky. It's a smoky gown. Anytime you're sewing a smoky gown, please add allowance because the smoky thread is going to shrink it. It will be too tight on you if you do not add enough allowance. If your material is very little, they are having like 3 inch allowance. By the time you finish sewing, it is not going to get fitted on you. So this is the chalking of what I do. From the shoulder, I added up to 4-inch allowance. Yes, because by the time I finish smoking, it's going to get really tight. So I'm cutting it. Yeah, I'm cutting. We are cutting the shoulder now. The armhole. I don't have a hook, French curve, so I use my hand. It's a free arm sewing. So I've cut my fabric. So this is the measurements for it. Now the next thing to do is to cut the back. This is the front. The front and back is the same thing. There's no zipper for a smoking gown. The front and back is just the same thing. Just place it and cut out what you cut for the front. That's just it. There's no zipper allowance, nothing. Just cut the front and back to be the same. So I'm trying to arrange the fabric well, because I don't have enough fabric. It's just 2 yards of material, so I want to make it. So you place it where, make it equal. By the time you add your 5-inch allowance, 5 plus 5, that is 10. The 10-inch allowance you're adding. But by the time you open the fabric into 2, because it's divided into 2, by the time you open, you have 10-inch allowance. So you don't have to fear, it's going to fit you in. But once you get your correct measurements for your waist, bust, and hip, then you know there's nothing to be worried about. It's going to fit in. Okay, I'm trying to trim my shoulder down to the armhole. It's not actually shoulder, it's an off shoulder dress. So let's say the neck, you have to trim it. Like it's kind of big. It's almost getting to the bust point, so I trim it off, because we are still going to add sleeve to it. Okay, so this is the gown. This is what to get after you follow my instruction. This is basically this is what to get. So I want to cut the sleeve. Material is remaining small, so we are going to manage it. My sleeve length was supposed to be 10, but now we can't make it 10 anymore. This is me trying to trim off the unwanted fabric. I want to get the sleeve length. So our sleeve length was 10, but now it's not going to be 10 anymore. We're going to reduce it because I'm not sure the fabric is not up to 10 anymore. So my round sleeve is 14. 14 into 2, 14 divided by 2. You won't divide your round sleeve by 4, just as you won't divide your shoulder by 4. So you also divide your round sleeve into 2. 14 into 2, you get 7 plus 5 inch. Plus 5 inch. Don't forget the 5 inch. The 5 inch is very important. Okay, so let's cut the sleeve. Trying to arrange the fabric. Our sleeve length is 10, but this time around the fabric is not up to the sleeve length again, so we just manage what we have. It shouldn't be as long as 10. So 7 plus 5. Seven plus 5 is 12. How do I get 7? 14, that is my round sleeve, into 2, that is 7, plus 5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 7 plus 5 is 12. So I'm trying to get the other sleeve. Then I'm cutting the excess out. The excess at the top of the sleeve. Cutting it. So I want to use the gown pattern, the first one I cut, to cut the armhole depth of the sleeve. I'm not going to be taking any special measurements. Just make sure you what to get for the gown or the top, anything you're making. You just need to get the armhole. Just to come out nice. There'll be no excuses, no nothing like one is bigger than one. Just come out perfectly well. So this is me trying to do so. I've already, if you see, I held it with my hand, so I got the depth is 5. I got 5 for the depth there. So this is the down 10. We got 10. How do I get 10? My up and sleeve is 4, is 7 plus 5, that is 12. Then the down part is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5 plus 5, that is 10. So I got 10 back for the down part of the van sleeve. So 12 up, 10 down. There's no special carving for this van sleeve because it's a smoky dress. So it's just going to smoke, it's going to be fitted. Now let's go over to the machine. This is my smoky thread. I've already fixed it to my wheel. You fix that one under the machine. Then this is my normal wood thread. So the thread is up, the smoky is down. See me folding my fabric. I did not do any interlocking, so I'm trying to fold it out to come out straight. If it was a normal dress, I would sew on top, but because the the smoky thread is down and I don't want it to show, so I'm going to sew it from the up. I want my cotton thread to show at the up, then the smoky thread will show at the down. So this is me trying to make it stay intact. And make sure to reverse, please. Reverse your machine so that reverse it so it won't start dropping out. Before you finish sewing, you find out that some part has already loosed. So make sure the parts are folded, you fold it well. And your stitch part, make sure you put it at the down part. Let it so gather. Bring it down. Bring it to the down part. So if it's too high, if the stitch is too tight, it won't gather well, too smoke well. The essence of it is to so gather. Bring it down, let it so gather, let it draw, let it be elastic enough, let it draw well. If it's tight, it won't sew well. It's short, it won't even smoke. So it's okay to bring it down. And please, when you are sewing this smoky thread, make sure to open it. Don't split on it. If you plait, it won't smoke well. It won't draw, it won't be elastic the way it's supposed to be. So just do it like so, step by step. It's a smoking gown. Just continue step by step. So reverse, open it while sewing, step by step, straight line. You see it's already drawing. This is just the second line, and this is just the second stitch, and it's already drawing. Reverse. That is the effect of it. Open it. It must not pleat. Don't pleat on it. If you pleat on it, it will be tight. Remember, there is no zipper for this gown, so it must be okay. So this, don't pleat. Open it. Let it sew on its own. Let it be free. Reverse it again. I'm sewing the both of them at once. I'm sewing front and back at once. I don't want to sew the front then come back start. I just want to do everything at once. So you try to open it when sewing so it will get a pleat or gather or so. So it will be hard for you to wear. Open it and sew well. I hope you guys understand what I'm doing here. That is already stretchy. You can see the fabric is already stretchy. That's the back part. Okay, let's move to the sleeve. I'm going to fold the sleeve the way I folded the gown parts. If you can remember, that is it. So you put it so from the up, let the smoky be down and let the cotton wool be up. If you are not going to hem it or weave or do any design, just fold it like the way you are seeing. So fold it, stop and arrange it well again, that there won't be any mistake or so. So one stitch on it. Make sure your stitches are down part, as in the last part of it. Make it straight, just so well. Draw a straight line down. Then do the other one the same way. Fold from the front to the back. Yes, there is your half inch, that is one. So from front to back. Yeah, that is it. And you arrange it again on the machine. This video is beginner friendly. You should be able to understand my explanation. It's very simple and easy to learn. With this step, you would get a good smoking gown. Make sure you don't plait on it. If you plait on it, it's wrong. Don't gather on it. Just make sure it's straight open when sewing. Just open it and sew it straight line. So this is me sewing the sleeve. This is the sleeve. When I get to the down parts, the written place, you fold it just the same way you folded this up. So guys, we are done with the sleeve and we are done with the gown. So this is what it came out like. It came out well. This is the gown. You see, it's all smoke. They are together. You can see it. Then I'm going to go and join everything together, and this is the end result. Is my gown not beautiful? When you just follow the step to step, this is how it's going to come out, beautiful and nice. This is my short off shoulder gown. You can see it. I just joined the two sides to fix the hand. That's it. That it came out. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe and press the notification bell so that anytime I post another one, you're gonna get notified. Thank you.